let's do another problem. I want to go through one where we use pi. And that is because there's a particular way. I still need to get everyone's attention. There's a particular way in WebWork that you need to put in your answers, and I want to make sure you're familiar with it before you get there and you're like, this is so great. Yeah. So I've written out this little 1, 2, 3, 4, the same way that WebWork does it. Okay, so let's do one of these together. This is find the circumference and area of a 16-inch diameter pizza, which is $19 at Pizzicato. So the pizza circumference in terms of pi. Let's write out our circumference formula. What was it again? Circumference is good test, yeah. 2 pi r. So I like to write my formula first and then plug in the numbers. And I figure out what I need to plug in. But what's r? If it's a 16-inch pizza, what's r?
8.
Yeah, then the radius, they're really telling us the diameter. Diameter is 16, so r is 8 inches. So we plug in 2 pi times 8. Now you might be tempted to go to your calculator at this point, right? I'm going to punch in 2 times pi times 8. But first, it's going to ask you for the circumference in terms of pi. You know, once you punch in pi, you're going to get a decimal, right? Mathematicians like exact answers, and the only way we can represent that is with the symbol pi. So what we're going to do is multiply these two numbers. 2 times 8, because we can do those, 16 pi inches. So in WebWork, you're actually going to write 16 pi. How do you type pi?
There's a little
Pi, right. Here's my other color. So in WebWork, this would look like 16 P-I-I-N. I don't think you need the asterisk to multiply.
Okay, do you have to put, because the IN, sometimes if you leave a gap, it'll ding you.
I don't think you could type P-I-I-N all together.
Okay.
But try it. It should be a space.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can get away without the asterisk.
Yeah.
But no, you think you have to have the asterisk?
You don't have to have the asterisk.
You don't have to. Okay. It should take it either way. Before the inches? Or between them? Okay. So when it says in terms of pi, and it's any kind of circular shape, you're going to just multiply the numbers or divide all the numbers you can, and then type it in like that. Then it's going to ask you for the approximation, the decimal. So then the pizza circumference rounded to the hundredths place is, that's when we ought to get out our calculator. And we go 16, if you have a pi key like I do.
Times 5?
Yeah, I don't even need the times, but you can put it. Oh wow, it's really dark.
16 pi.
See if I can. It's a little better. 16 pi equals, and this calculator is designed to keep it exact. So I have to use that triangle button at the bottom, that decimal button right here. This button says, I want a decimal approximation. So what's that to the nearest, it's really hard to read that. The nearest 100th, 50.265, so 50.27. And that's approximately and also inches. So in WebWork, that would probably be 50.27 inches. Yeah.
If we didn't want to use a calculator, we could just multiply. It's just 18 times 3.14.
Yes, that's a great question. I'm curious if 3.14 is accurate enough. Probably is. Let's see if we get the same thing. That's not quite. See, that's 50.24.
What if you went 3.1415?
159, you probably could do that. 3.1415. Okay, let's do the same thing with area. The pizza's area in terms of pi. Area is what? What's the formula? Pi r squared. So pi times our r is 8 squared. I could do parentheses or a dot, which was a dot that time. So in terms of pi, we're going to go ahead and square the 8.
64?
Yeah, and leave the pi. So 64 pi. And what would the units be for the area of the pizza?
Square inches.
Great, square inches. All right, IN squared. Now, how do we type in inches squared in WebWork?
IN2.
Good. Good. So I'll make this my WebWork column over here. So this would be 64 pi IN caret 2. That caret is the roof. Raise the roof. The exponent.
Is there supposed to be a space in between pi and n?
I'm pretty sure there's a space here. If I'm wrong, email me. I'm pretty sure there's a space. Okay, so that's what it means in terms of pi. Then we're going to round it. We wouldn't use this in real life. If someone wants to know, like, what area of pizza are we actually getting? We wouldn't say, 64 pi square inches. This is more of a pure mathematician answer. This is more of a word problem answer. Let's go ahead and calculate that. It looks like it comes out if I put it over here more. So that was 64 pi. And then I need my decimal key. 201, what's the nearest hundredth? Yeah, 0.06. Because the next one's a 1. So I'm going to write approximately, the area is approximately equal to 201.06 inches squared. And so for WebWork, 201.06 IN caret 2. Okay? I'm going to stop it. Try the volume. Do the volume of a can. This was a can, I measured this, it was a can of coconut milk.